Hello everyone, and thank you for stopping by. Today we're doing something new. I'm really excited to bring you a new series. We're playing How To. So we're going to learn how to play different games. Someone said to me today when I asked them to come play Rust, well, how do I do that? And I was like, well, you buy the game. And so they had no clue. And that's cool because there are lots of games out there. Some of them you load and you pop right into the game. Some games are world based where you have to choose a type of world to go play in, and some are server based. This game, Rust, is server based. So we'll talk about how do you figure out what you want to do and how you want to play. When I first started Rust, I literally had to have someone standing here going, click here, click here, click here, because I had no clue. So, let's talk about that. You're going to load Rust. Isn't this a great new screen? I love this new screen. And you're going to hit play game. And all this stuff is going to pop up. Now, these are the official Rust servers. And as you can see, they're pretty busy. Let's just start at the top right line, rusticated.com. It says it's a US game. You'll find these all over the world. It is a medium-sized game. It's 500 players. It says there's 548 people on right now. And the ping there tells you gives you an idea of how your play is going to go. How do I explain this? The higher your ping, the harder it is for you to play. So things will run slower. It might be laggy. So you want the ping to be lower. Then there's the Rustopia.gg. It's a European game. It's a new map, 11 hours old. That's really cool. But there's 169 of 200 players. Now, there's two ways to play. Either player versus environment, PVE, Paul Victor Edward, or player versus player, PvP, Paul Victor Paul. So if you're starting out, you've never played before, then you might want to choose the PVE. PVE is a great way to get started, to learn the mechanics, learn how to, how do I swing the axe? How do I farm? How do I build? How do I survive? Before you get into the player versus player is the hardest version of the game. You're going to die a lot, no matter how experienced you are. You'll die a lot. And you've probably heard lots of things, but they're not all like that. And so there are a group of us that play that have been encouraging people to find other. You don't always have to play player versus player. You can start out on the most basic of servers, so a player versus environment, PvE, and just learn. Rust has its own dedicated how-to. If you go down, you'll see they describe themselves. So the very first one up here tells you that it's a weekly server. It's totally vanilla, and it has a tutorial. They'll help you. It is 6 hours old, and it is a rusticated generated map. If you go through some, they'll tell you that they're learning servers. See if we can find one. See if we can search it. Oop. We'll find one. PVE, there's the community servers. See if we can find one here. And I'll explain some of these things. If I don't know all of these things yet. I've only been playing this a few months. Um, I have no idea what it, oh look, here's one. So this is called Rustlands. It's a monthly wipe large mess. So every month, everything you've learned, they wipe it and you start all over. Oh, they do not wipe your blueprints. So no BP wipe there means they don't wipe your blueprints. The blueprints are the things that you've learned. And that's nice. That's nice. They don't wipe that because when you're really new, that's a struggle. You're trying to learn to build, and then all of a sudden, you know, when you're first learning, the month is really fast, and then later, you know, the month takes no time at all. And it says it's very noob friendly. There's 46 out of 200 players. It is a custom map. That means they've designed it themselves to help you out. Here's another one. Rustlands Monthly. There's no blueprint wipe, and they have active admins. So when they have active admins, that usually means there's admins in the game, typically at all times, or you can text someone, alerts them, and they'll pop in. And we've played some nice ones with some great admins. I'll show you those in a minute. And they'll come in and they can help you or guide you. And that's really cool. Here's one, Rust Viking solo duo. That means you can go in as a team or a single, not 3 or 4, 6, no large groups. I don't know what Wednesdays means. Maybe, you know, they do something special. They're fully wiped. Here's another one. No decay, no killing, no raiding. So it's player versus environment. So your building doesn't decay. In a lot of the Rust games, you have to keep up with all of your stuff. Recently, my chickens died. I had chickens in a server, and due to the fact they didn't get fed, they died. If you don't keep your, there's helicopters in the game. If you don't go in and daily make repairs, they will decay and blow up and destroy the building that they're in. So there's lots of, they all have something different. If you want to play something modded, something that has a different, you want zombies, you want all the skins, you want to make sure you have a mini. Here's one that says it gives you 10 times the loot, 10 times. Everything you pick up is 10 times. No blueprint wipes. 8 max, so a group of 8 max. It looks like they have raid bases. They have a skin box, which means that all the skins are available. If you want to change something, it is player versus player, and they have a My Mini, so you can actually call in your own mini, so everybody can be flying around. So there's lots of different, you just have to figure out how you want to play. I am on the Vasty McNasty community server. Wonderful group of people, wonderful way to play, to learn to play. It was just great, a great experience for me. People coming in to help show me how. I had my walls backwards. I had a wooden door instead of a sheet metal, easily to kick in. All the mistakes, someone was always there to, and no criticism. I don't want it to sound like that at all. Someone who said, hey, let me help you, let me show you. I learned so much so quick. People who were actually showing me how to play the game, do it, and now I have moved on to, I still enjoy being there with people that I met, and we get together. But we are also playing on a couple of other servers, which then This shows that I have some friends who play on Gamers Paradise. Um, they're all over there now playing. New server that popped up, run by some great people, and they have a max of 50 players. There's 6 on there. Some favorites for me: Relaxed Rust. Love Relaxed Rust, was great. It's a PVE. It does have zombies at locations to fight, so they're not running around in the world. You go to the locations, you're looting, what have you. Safe House is 5-time extreme PVE. They have raid bases. They have all kinds of things. I have not explored that fully yet, but it has been a blast. The Pleasant Valley, also tons of fun. Zombies. You can learn to fly at qualicopters. If you don't know how to fly a mini, and I'm still learning to do that, you can learn to fly jets. You can learn to fly all kinds of things. You can learn to jump on a pogo stick over there. The building servers, there's the flat worlds out there. And you can just go there and learn to build things. It's a good test. You can tear it down, build it up. A lot of places, once you put it down, it's permanent. There are some mods they can add, or you can have to blow it up. There's a variety of ways. It depends on the server that you're on, and I recommend starting with something vanilla and then working your way up. And like I said, I play on the Vasty Make Nasty community server. So once you've chosen your world, and we're just going to use Vasty here, it's going to load. It does take a minute. And when we get in, I am already in a world, but we will, actually, let's cancel that and go to, where have I not played? Let's go to Relaxed. All the other worlds, I already have a base. It's going to be hard to show you how to start, and I come in with full weapons and armor. I play a lot of Rust. You'll hear lots of things about Rust, but there's also lots of good things about Rust, and there's lots of servers, because people don't want to just go in and get shot and die, and get shot and die, and lose everything, get shot and die, and depends on your mood, I guess. Sometimes I think it's funny, I don't get anywhere. Someone just shooting me every 5 minutes and I'm losing everything. It just, if you've had a day, it might be fun to just go in and get killed several times. Go play player versus player. It'll change your whole perspective. Go get attacked by a bear. Like I said, so this is there's 100 players. If you look at the screen here, there's 100 players possible on this server. There's currently only 3 playing. It is survival mode. It is a custom map. Their maps are pretty nice. It is a monthly wipe, and it's roleplay. It's a roleplay server. They have raidable bases, so if you really want to go attack something, they have bases that spawn in, and they're very easy to see. It is 2 times gather and stack, so everything's double. It does take a minute for a lot of Rust is there's a lot to Rust. It does take it a minute to load, I will not lie. It is not an instant gratification game. Can be once you get going, but not to start. It has a crafting menu, and like I said, the blueprint menu. You do scrap metal is the currency in the game. Everybody deals with scrap. They've added some new currency, plants, roses, sunflowers. You can take and trade. Can't open your own store, craft things and sell them. Anything on the loot or the blueprint table you can craft, open your own vending machines, sell them, and that's nice. You think nobody's going to want to buy boots? You can craft boots all day long. You'd be surprised how many people don't want to make their own stuff. Guns always sell really big. And I know that's getting way ahead, and you're going, what are you talking about? But we'll get into some of that here in a minute. Looks like we're about to load and pop into a world. One of these millennia. You do get stations, crafting stations, cooking stations. All the servers usually have rules. This one's in Chicago, which I think is really cool. Relaxed for us. I'm close to Chicago, so I appreciate them. This is their wipe cycle. They write the first Thursday of every month at 1 p.m. They do wipe all blueprints, only when forced by face punch. So everything we've learned is already on there. So I will have when we go into blueprints, because I don't think they've wiped. They show you what mods and plugins they have. These are commands. How to teleport. Teleporting is fantastic. Love it. You have 5 teleport spots, which is great. There's another one I play at. You can only teleport. And in vanilla Rust, you can't teleport at all. So, I'm just going to show you some strictly vanilla things to start when we go into this. No teleporting. That way you have kind of an idea. And oh look, I spawned in and was already killed by a bear because I was talking. That unfortunately does happen a lot. And I always seem to teleport over or spawn in over here, and usually there's wolves. And it's nighttime. So you're going to spawn in, and typically you have no clothes on. I do have, I bought an outfit. You're going to get a rock and a torch. Those are my skins on the rock and the torch. When you spawn in, your rock will look like a rock. And you just want to the idea is to survive. Just survive. Barrels are brickable. And as you can see, we've already picked up some scrap. Scrap is the currency. This shows we're at level 1. They don't all show you your levels. There's a lot on this server, and but it's okay to show you how to start. We're not gonna go crazy. Oh, whoop, whoop. Those guys you avoid. They have guns. They're all over the place. They'll kill you. Any of the cars have loot. Looks like this one's been... we don't want that. The idea is to get yourself some clothes, a weapon. Oh, there we go. We don't need that either. And it's tough getting started. Won't lie. But you need to get yourself some wood and some stone. We're gonna finish the street, but we have plenty of stone. That's enough. We have way too much, actually. And, hemp gives you cloth. Keep an eye out for that. Don't go into the monuments unless you're prepared to fight. We're going to collect enough to get ourselves a sleeping bag. So we have 400 cloth, so you're gonna craft. And some things are just automatically and then we have a torch. So now it's all about just building yourself a little shack and surviving. The rest of it from here is just simply exactly what you see. Woo-hoo, we have a shirt. Getting up in the world. When you approach the cars, you have to learn to just be very careful. And like I said, this is not a strictly vanilla, but I'm only showing you vanilla techniques. This way, this is the how to. If you spawn at night, it's going to be a struggle. But at least, oh, look at there, food. Depending on the server, you may or may not be able to eat pickles. Typically, they make you throw up. But the horses love them, and they don't make the horses throw up, so it's good horse food. But we don't need them right now. We're just... Until you get a weapon, avoid confrontation. We have enough right now that we are going to be fine. I like to run this dirt road all the way around. The dirt roads usually have lots of, they have fewer scientists that you have to challenge for survival. And I pick up all the scraps. All the scraps. Scraps add up, especially on a survival world. It's, oh, see? Oh, scientist. Oh, no. You know, it is not worth it. It is that one piece of cloth is not worth death. OMG. Okay, so back down this trail. Doggone it. So over the distance there, you see that dome. That's the... Oh, there's a scientist up there. Don't tempt fate. The idea is to survive, not to fight. And you can fight too once you get, built up. But until then, why risk it? Why? And I encourage people, when you are building a base, and I know I'm going to sound like a broken record, but you don't have to build a raidable base if you're not being raided. You can build a house, you can build a barn, you can live under a rock, you can live in a shack, doesn't matter. You can live in a log cabin. You don't have to make it a raidable base style base. You can build a house. And we're low on food. Oh, this is excellent transportation. Bicycle. I always end up leaving it. Someone's built a nice big shack out here. Be aware of your surroundings. Now let's work on how to. So now you're in. You've gotten some things. You just want to. This is a good place, actually, right here. There's some nodes. There's some loot. You could start building right here. So what we want to do is the legacy shacks, the shelters are in all the worlds that I've played in so far. They're free. You don't have to have a blueprint. They are shelter. We don't have anything yet to put a lock on the door. Oh yeah, we do. 26. Shoot. So we need to do some hunting, but here's the idea. You throw down this shack. Welcome home. You throw down your bed. If you die, if you put a fire in here, you'll die. There's, you can make a chest. Let's see if we can make a box. There's a small box. We don't have enough metal frags. Gonna craft this. We have some stuff we can go scrap. We have crude, but this is how you start. Here we are. We now have a, and it was just that simple. Just depends on the server you're at, but you gotta just come in, get at it. You know, we talked about how to choose. If you'd like more help, I'll be happy to help answer questions. I won't lock it. I'll leave that there for someone who thinks they've found something wonderful. Oh, I should leave them this shirt too. And that's it. That's how to start Rust, folks. Pretty easy. And so I hope this helps you get started and play. And please leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you soon. Have a wonderful day. Thanks for playing.